Hey, hey you. Yeah, you. What happened to you becoming that girl like the TikTok trend? You know, the one that spoke to you? Remember? What about the acai bowls? Where are your yoga pants? Did you work out today? Oh my gosh, what about taking a bathroom selfie in the mirror with your glass of water and aesthetically pleasing slices of lemon in it? Don't ignore me. How are you going to become your best self playing Friday Night Funkin'? First of all. Hey, don't put your headphones in, I'm talking to you. You need to be doing yoga and journaling. Hello? Did you just turn up the volume? Oh, I know you crazy. We need to become that girl. Girl, are you serious? We need to take photos. We need to catfish the internet, come on. Okay, she's about to start. All right, we're gonna have a talk about this. Okay, I see how it is. All right. Hey there, I'm Sierra, and before we get into today's topic of how to make the becoming that girl TikTok trend more sustainable for you, I wanted to give a quick shout out to these comments that I got from the last video. And if you want to be featured in future video, be sure to leave a meaningful, thoughtful comment of some sort down below in today's video. Now let's get started. So, what does it mean when you're becoming that girl in TikTok slang? I'm gonna be honest, I honestly thought it was a tutorial on how to finally take those aesthetic up-close pictures of props, but I was wrong. I ended up watching several videos on the topic and loved the way Deb Smickle, I'll put her channel down below, the way she summed it up best.
I'm seeing a lot of people trying to become that girl, and if you aren't familiar with the that girl trend, the main idea is having a hot girl summer glow up, but with a sprinkle of self-care, like waking up early, eating healthy, working out, being productive. To sum it all up, it's basically the healthy hot girl summer.
I've seen video after video talk about either how there's pros and cons to this whole trend, or that this whole thing is a lifestyle that can't be sustained. But just like every other TikTok trend is, it's gonna come and go, but what if you want it to stay? But I can see the benefit of this. Even though it's glaringly lacking in diversity, it can still be a pretty motivating mood board for some people. I mean, it has a healthy concept overall. There's some pros and cons, but as you saw in the earlier clip, it doesn't really stick, does it? It never sticks. But acting that part can only get you so far. As you can see, most people try it for a day or two and then they fall back to their old patterns because, first of all, social media, we all know, is just a bunch of smoke and mirrors. But if you do want to change your lifestyle to be more healthy and to feel better about yourself, then I have some solutions for you. Now, the biggest secret to pulling this off beyond the trendy grave is to have confidence. I see you already saying, I know Heffa, but how do I get confident? So my first tip to you is to start becoming more self-aware about what makes you feel like a total boss in your life. Do you feel indifferent about wearing workout clothes to work out and you rather just work out in your PJs and it doesn't make a difference to you? Or are you someone who feels so powerful when you put on that Target athleisure set when you work out? Either way, figure out what makes you feel really good and start taking notes of it. Honestly, like literally, physically jot down some notes on what makes you feel really good about yourself. And it can be anything really small. It can be anything at all that just lifts up your mood. But I have to admit, this is still very surface level, even though self-awareness is super important. Finding out what makes you happy is very external. So what I need you to start doing, and is the biggest secret of them all, is to start working on yourself on an identity level. There's an inverted pyramid called the logical levels of change, and it teaches you what causes the biggest impact of change in your life. And a lot of people work from the environmental level, where they think putting on exercise clothes or fixing a smoothie, or what else do that girls do? Oh yeah, like hold a glass of lemon water in front of their face in a bathroom selfie or something like that. Instead of doing those external things, that's not going to motivate you enough to create those change. And neither is the whole 21 days to create a habit thing. That's not necessarily 100% true. So with the logical levels of change, the very first, widest point that is the least likely to make a big impact with your change is environmental, which is what I just talked about. Then it's behavior, so actually making those changes. So again, you see some of the videos where people try to do yoga, or they work out for the day, or they try to make the aesthetic lemon slices and I don't know what else, flowers. pansies, whatever they put in their acai bowls, and it doesn't stick because you're just going from who you're believing you are now to trying to switch gears into this smoke and mirrors aesthetic of that girl. Next is capabilities, and that's more of the how, and maybe that's you planning out what you're going to do and how you're going to change. But again, planning isn't going to actually implement that change. The next tier above that is your values, and again, you can know your values and why you're doing it. You can have the big why, and a lot of people make that their North Star, but still, that might not be enough for you to actually physically take action to make those changes. And the one on the very top is identity. I've seen a lot of shifts. I've created shifts in my life because I looked at my identity level, and what that means is to really look at who you believe you are on an identity level. So for example, say you're someone who wants to become healthy in your life, but right now you currently see yourself as someone who's lazy, someone who isn't a yoga chick, who isn't someone who works out, but you see yourself as someone who eats snacks all day, as someone who'd rather play video games than work out, someone who'd rather grab that candy bar instead of a piece of fruit. So in your head, when you're wanting to create that shift into someone who's picking up fruit or doing a quick workout in the morning or something, you're coming at it in the energy of, I'm this lazy person trying to become someone who's more healthy. Just a side note, I loved how cocky she is in this ice cream video. It's just a random woman from a stock photo place, but she is looking you dead in the eye telling you, I am that junk food eater. So instead of that, let's switch gears and think something different. What if right now you start declaring to yourself that you are a healthy person? You are someone who doesn't mind moving your body, you don't mind eating fruit, you prefer to eat fruit instead of a candy bar all the time. If you start coming at activities and stuff in that energy instead of saying like, oh, I am someone who is lazy, I am someone who'd rather eat junk than fruit, then you're going to create more resistance around actually creating those changes in your life. Instead, if you're thinking to yourself and declaring to yourself, I am someone who likes to grab an apple before I leave for errands, or I don't mind waking up and moving my body a bit by taking a quick walk or doing a 3-minute Bloglotties video, then there's less resistance around it because you're already embodying that energy that, hey, I am someone who already does this. This is just the norm, and making those behavioral changes becomes a little bit easier. Now you're probably thinking this is easier said than done. How can your brain not know the difference between what's real? I know what's real. I know what's imaginary. And why I say this is because, say if you're thinking about your crush, you're just thinking about that person. You're not near them, you're not around them, you're just thinking about them. And all of a sudden you start getting the little butterflies in your stomach. You start getting nervous, sweaty, blushing just by thinking about the person. Or say if you got in a fight with your boss or someone in your family and you're rehashing the fight in your head, you might catch yourself tensed up, gripping, like white knuckling something, sweating, heart racing because you're putting yourself back into that fight. It's not happening right then and there, but you're getting yourself worked up. You've seen story times. You've seen story times where people are talking about something that pissed them off and they start talking faster and they're just getting heated. Woo! I'm thinking I'm just getting mad all over again because your brain doesn't know what's real and what's imaginary. Now you could say and argue that that happened, so that's why you're thinking about it. But if you're thinking about like even a celebrity crush, you never dealt with them and are like recreating something that already happened. You just have some feelings and things are happening in your body, right? So I feel like we're always using this subconscious superpower to lean towards negative things. Consciously, we want to do something. We might be stopped by our anxiety or something. That's a great example of how things that are imaginary are just thoughts and aren't actually happening in our reality can overtake our minds and our thoughts and how we behave and everything. So why not shift it into something good? Why not think about declaring that you're something that you want to be, or being healthy or something like that, and think about why you want to do this and why you want to be this and why you want to change and become a better person, and start making those changes now. Now, if you need some more tangible things to do in order to start getting more involved into this more positive way of making imaginary into reality, the first thing you can do is start mapping out the life you dream of living. Start with doing a whole map out of the type of day you want to live out. What is the dream day that you would love to have from the time you wake up to the time you go back to bed? And sometimes I even think this is a bit too overwhelming to think of, because like, what if I want to do different things on different days? Create another list of what you would do each day of the week. And chillax on a Monday. Are you going to go to the farmers market on Wednesdays? What exactly would you like to do each day of the week? And you can map that out too. Now I have some worksheets that I created where you can fill in the blanks of what you would do each hour of a day on your dream ideal day and what you would like to do on the days of the week. And it's going to be in the description, and once I figure out how to pin comments, I will make a pinned comment as well where you can click on it and get it for free. Then it'll be even greater if you can start living out some of those things now, like right now. And if you're feeling like you have no clue where you'd even start, just again, self-awareness, start thinking about things that make you happy, things that light you up, start writing those down. Also say this affirmation to yourself as much as possible. I am in the process of learning who it is I want to be, and I'm so proud of myself for it. And my last point for this video is to just be prepared. Keep yourself prepared at all times, more than just sitting out an outfit the night before for your workout. Create a list of things you would want to do in your morning to start your day off right. And so you can do some of the things on the list, one of the things on the list, but you don't have to think about it when you wake up. You just be ready to go with a list of things you can do. And to step it up one step further, sometime I have to get back on this, by the way, but I love doing this when I do it, is to set up even more things the night before. If you want to work out the next morning, choose one small video you can do when you wake up and have it in a playlist on your YouTube account, and then you can just wake up, click on it, and it's right there ready to go. You don't have to scroll forever trying to find, like, do I want to do abs today or thighs? What about my arms? I don't want to see bloglotties. And you're just spending like another 10-20 minutes looking for a video. Remember, you're in that identity that I am someone who always prepares myself. I'm someone who works out. This is no big sweat, it's no big deal. Instead of being like, oh, this is not me, I am so lazy all the time. Why am I trying to act like I'm someone different? If you want to change, we can create change. We just have to start breaking those patterns that we've been living our entire lives. That's been just a comfort level for us, because we tend, well, our brains, our subconscious mind likes to keep us comfortable and likes to keep us safe. And safety can even mean something that's toxic or not safe, because we're so used to being in a toxic thing, or it's like, it's familiar. Like, I know what's happening here. I don't want to deal with the unknown. I don't want to deal with failure or anything. I just rather stick with what I know is going to come out and what is going to happen in the end, and just do it over and over and over again. And there's a whole nother thing about why people stick with things that are self-sabotaging, or things that aren't helping them, or things that are toxic or in toxic situations. And there's a whole addiction thing to that as well, because they're used to that, and anything that's better for them is just like, what is this? Why are they okay with me? Why are they nice to me? Why? And then you get uncomfortable, and then you self-sabotage. But there's a whole other thing to that maybe we can talk about in another video. Just let me know. Let me know what you want to see in the comments. One semi-last point that goes along with that is to give yourself grace during all of this. We, like I said, are human. We're gonna slip up. Maybe you've been doing a habit for 180 days and you slipped up and didn't do it for a day, and you're like, well, there goes. We just screw it all, then I'm never doing this again. But no, just give yourself some time. Be sad, be mournful, and try your hardest. Try, please. I know it's hard, but don't call yourself a stupid idiot or I can't do anything right. Don't do that, please. Just, there's something my coach told me in the mastermind I'm in, because I didn't realize I was even doing it, but she told me to give myself permission to be right. And I didn't realize it, but I was spending a lot of time telling myself, like, oh my gosh, I want to get on YouTube and make some YouTube videos. I want to be a writer. I just want to show up as a writer in my creative self, but I can't, and I'm doing this wrong. And I'm just like, oh, I want to show up for people and help people, and I also want to make an income, but I don't have anything to sell. But
I don't have anything to sell because I've been neglecting myself horribly, because I've been wanting just to create content for people to help them, but I can't help them because I haven't helped myself in a long time.
And so it was just this cycle, and I just kept going. And she was just like, wait, Sierra, whenever you give yourself permission to be right about anything, because I was thinking everything was wrong. I'm doing everything wrong. I'm showing up wrong. And I was just living in this cycle where I wasn't taking care of myself because I was trying to take care of everyone else, and I wasn't able to take care of anyone else. I wasn't able to create anything that I would genuinely and confidently back up and sell because I haven't done the work myself in a long, long time. And she was just like, if you want to have fun, give yourself permission to let that be right. Whatever your heart needs, whatever you're leaning towards, let yourself say that's okay and it's right. You are right. And I didn't even realize I was telling myself so many times that I'm wrong. Oh, you're doing that wrong. You're doing this wrong. All this that we're telling ourselves is just a narrative. There are no rules to success in life. There's no right way to succeed in life. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Even if you do have, like I said, slip-ups or rejections or failures, that doesn't mean it's not meant for you. I'm just going off on a tangent because I know it's something I needed to hear, and I know it's something that you may need to hear too, that it's okay to mess up. It's okay to listen to your heart, and it's okay to, that's a muscle you need to start working, is your intuitive muscle. What are you feeling pulled towards doing? But the only thing stopping you is your beliefs or the narrative that you've pulled up out of your butt that, oh, but I've never seen anyone, become successful doing this in my life, and I've never experienced anyone who was able to successfully do this, that, and the third. And it's like, if it's something you want to do, go ahead and do it, try it. And don't give up just because you might slip up, because you're trying to create a new habit and a new lifestyle after living the same self-sabotaging, maybe mundane lifestyle that you're ready to become a better person out of and become like a rising phoenix out of. Maybe seeing these videos, you're seeing these videos that are telling you to be that girl. And again, remember, social media is a bunch of smoke and mirrors, first of all. And the pictures are pretty. Maybe they're even motivational. But know that if you do want to create that change in your life, it will take some work. It'll take some falling and getting back up. And that's okay. And it's not impossible to become a better version of yourself. And it doesn't have to equal skinny bodies and green smoothies and acai bowls and white sweatpants, or an at-home spa day where you have a big white towel on top of your head and a glass of water with cut up fruit in it every day. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work to do, and just to take a nice picture with good lighting. That ain't nobody got time for that. No one does. So you're not alone. But we can become better people in our lives and a better version of ourselves. We got to start in the mental first. All right, so that's all I had to say today. I hope this video was helpful for you. Like I said, if you want, there is a freebie down below in the description, and once I learn how to pin a comment, it'll be in the pinned comments, where you can enter your email address and get both a worksheet PDF of a way for you to map out your ideal dream day, and a PDF to map out your ideal dream week and what you would like to do every day of the week in your dream life. You'll see when you get there that there will be some other goodies and surprises for you to continue this journey and to create those changes as well. If you really are someone who is ready to make that girl moves, but more sustainable. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Be sure to leave comments down below as well. I would love to talk to you guys. And oh, I want you to say something nice about yourself. Say something sweet, nice, kind, compliment yourself, because we do not do self-deprecating in this space. And so if you leave a comment down below complimenting yourself, I will give you a gold star. I did it in my last video. It's in the card up here. I did it. I'll do it for you too. I will give you a gold star if you compliment yourself. Okay, I gotta go. Have a great day. Bye.